Kubor nakaslem jong udongsan Hima.
Kumshi benta ban penklan ki bor district hapo ke jela ke kinhon menteri kalarai ban bay pisa bat ban Phah Leit Shah Hikai ya ki officer jong ke Sorkar ki bala khamslem ha kam ki bakin thum Naduh ki badan ha All India Service MCS MPS MFS Forest Service bat ke Finance Service haba keren mat kilar pathai khubor harin ke jinge kendo jong ke kinhon menteri u menteri ke tanat ki kam jong kai perthai uba pol lingdo ulaong baka sorkar kan penslor ki officer ban beteng ki lat jing pule bat Leit Shah Hikai lingba ki courses bapher haki school ba ka ba pli ki lat jong ki kerdan pule ba kham shalor badru ya ki diploma courses uba pol ulaong ru baki officer ki Leit Shah Hikai kanam kata ya ke jing terekam jongki bat kata ka long bai pakin Leit Shah Hikai haki sngi shuti ni ki sngi kod jong kata yo ula pentip beru bagi officer ki la ban shim ni ki jing pule kum ka MBA na ka benta ban penjanai ya kam trekam ka bala terwa na ka shlem pule jong ka IIM Shillong nangta ka masters in public policy da ka OP Jindal Global University ka certificate courses in data sciences but AI ka bala terwa da ka Indian Institute of Information Technology Bangalore da ni ka school ba jong ka Maryland ki PhD programs na ki benta ki rukam trekam bapher bala terwa da ka IIM Shillong badru yang PhD ba shibet por kepada terwa dekat OP Jindal Law School pat IIT ke PhD ha kur penbit penbiang ya ki kam dekat IIM bat kiwei
deliberated on a few important issues and items, and because the Chief Minister has got a very important task ahead, he has to leave immediately. So we'll be briefing on behalf of the government of Nagaland. First is we took up the matter of toning up and upscaling the efficiency of the bureaucracy of the state, which is a very important link between the political executive and the public. So, in order to facilitate that kind of facility training, today the cabinet took up the item of mid-career sponsored courses for senior level officers belonging to All India Services, MCS, MPS, MFS, Forest Service and Finance Service. In the course of the discussion, we decided that we will encourage and incentivize our officers to continue learning by pursuing courses at various universities which provide higher degree and diploma courses, and these will be undertaken by our officers without any dislocation from work, meaning that they will not be taking any leave in the course of the training. There will be no study leave. They will be in a position to undertake such courses in the weekends or post office hours. And these courses have been identified, for example, MBA for working professionals offered by IIM Shillong, Masters in Public Policy, an online course offered by the OP Jindal Global University, C Professional Certificate Programs in Data Sciences and AI offered by Indian Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, or University of Maryland, again an online course. Then there's a PhD program for working professionals offered by IIM Shillong, and part-time PhD for working professionals offered by Jindal Global Law School and IITs. E. Executive Fellow in Management or PhD in Management program offered by IIMs. So to incentivize these officers, state government has agreed to a proposal to fund the tuition fees for the program up to a limit of rupees 15 lakhs, for which there are conditions tied to it. For example, the officer should have at least 7 years of service left, should undertake the course on a part-time basis without any study leave, and every year up to 3 officers who gain admission to a course of study approved by the government will be sponsored by the government. As I said, the cap is 15 lakh as tuition fees, and will be available to all India services, Meghalaya Civil Services, Police Services, Forest Services, and Meghalaya Finance Service. And there will be a committee headed by the Chief Secretary to review and approve applications of such officers. We also approved the draft of the Independence Day speech, highlighting the various achievements of the government since it took over. And these, of course, you will be hearing on Independence Day as various dignitaries, including the governor, will be addressing the public on that particular day. Next comes our department, so raise and limit foreign visits by officials of the state government. Of course, several of these visits are on the basis of invitations, conferences, delegations, and so on and so forth, in pursuing various programs like externally aided projects, training and capacity building programs, etc. But taking into account the fiscal limitations and also the need to rationalize these visits, it was decided that henceforth foreign visits of any official of the state government, including contractual staff, will be limited to 2 visits per financial year. It was also decided that if the same official has to undertake the second visit, he should first submit a progress report of the first visit, and on his ability to submit a satisfactory report with tangible results, then only the second visit will be cleared. And also, we have decided that the state government can sponsor only 1 visit, and the next will have to be borne either by Government of India or an external agency. And the only exception will happen if that official is visiting a foreign country to receive an award on behalf of the government of Meghalaya. So these were the major decisions taken at today's cabinet meeting.
This is one scheme regarding the proposal for reimbursement of state and local taxes, GST. Actually, we are about to undertake one flagship program in the name of RDS. And there was an agreement, tripartite agreement between RSC, representing the government of India, and government of Meghalaya, and also the Meghalaya Power Distribution Corporation Limited. So on the part of CGST, that has been exempted by the government of India. So similarly, the state government got to exempt the CGST, GST part. So the decision has been taken, as in earlier cases. Today also decision taken that this will be exempted. So this is one issue. Second issue, I think most of you know, who have met me yesterday, that NEPCO has asked for scrapping the MOU which was signed on the 17th March 2011 for Garo Hills thermal power project of 500 megawatt. The background is that now NIPCO will be branded as the clean source energy and green source energy, and accordingly they don't want to continue with this project. We had discussion with the chairman of NTPC, who is also chairman of, CMD of NTPC, who is also CMD of NIPCO. So in this discussion, they have requested that this program need to be scrapped. So accordingly, the cabinet has taken decision that this 500 megawatt thermal power project, which was awarded to NIPCO, will be scrapped.
It will be for one individual. The whole idea is that we need to upscale the efficiency of our officers. A lot of what the government is trying to do suffers when officers are not qualified enough to understand some of the nitty-gritty of administration. For instance, like notings on files, which are not clear, which shows lack of depth of understanding of the officer. So what do we do in such cases? We have access to facilities like online courses and the IIM. So we will take advantage of such courses. And this amount that we are investing is also reimbursable in the case that the official concerned fails to complete the course or fails to successfully achieve results.
Do you think that government giving 15 lakh because it is like a why can't they themselves take up?
No, the whole idea is we incentivize them so that they perform better, and there is a cap to this because there is an official committee headed by the chief secretary which clears such applications. And also we decided that even officers who do not belong to the cadres, say secretaries, joint secretaries, deputy secretaries, will also undergo regular orientation programs, and also members of the cabinet, as and when important bills and acts are passed by Parliament or the State Assembly, as and when the cabinet meets. Whenever such important bills are cleared, they will be familiarized with those bills, so that ministers are also equipped with information.
What is the period of such courses to be undertaken by them?
I think I mentioned earlier, the course depends, because some are online courses, some are like IIM Shillong is conducting such courses, but ranging from 4 to 6 months to a year.
In the first phase, how many officers will be going for such courses?
See, it'll be application based, right?
Application.
It'll be application based. Based on their applications, the committee headed by the chief secretary will clear such applications.
These officers were all of Indian Administrative Service as well as Civil Service. But does that mean they are not competent?
We're not questioning their competence. We're saying that even if you're competent, you should keep reorienting yourself. You may be so well educated, but if you stop reading for the last 5 years, then you're not as good as you were 5 years ago. Right?
So, is it mandatory that all these civil service officers should have these courses, and in that case, whether they have to attend physically or only these online courses, including IIM?
Online courses where the education provider is from outside the state. For instance, I mentioned certain organizations and universities which are outside, which offer online courses. But in the case of IIM Shillong, for instance, they will have to physically undertake the course over the weekends.
So we understand the seriousness of the job that they have to undertake, will it not hamper attending these courses as well as working?
Why should it hamper? Rather, it should enhance their capacity. Instead of reading the same note 10 times and not understanding it, after the course they'll read it once and understand everything.